A Dangerous Man is the Steven Seagal movie where he broke all the rules and gave his audience a mind-blowing performance that cemented his legacy as an all-time great. Just kidding, the movie's complete dog shit.
Come back, I'm gonna kill you, bitch.
It starts off in the past with Seagal's wife being attacked while he just happens to be walking by. After giving the guy a brutal beating, Seagal does the best running of his entire career outside of any movie where he doesn't run at all. We now skip ahead to the next day, and holy shit, Seagal really f***ed that guy up. The police bring him in and gives the audience incredible news.
You are special forces. You're going away for a long time, tough guy.
He's convicted and the movie ends. Unfortunately, we're not that lucky, and Seagal is released after 6 years in prison when somebody finally realizes that just being special forces
You are special forces.
isn't enough evidence to convict someone of murder. Seagal was innocent, and you'll never guess what actually happened to the mugger. I mean that literally, because the movie never tells us. It's all a crazy coincidence, which is just the top-notch writing you expect in a Seagal movie. He then gets a letter from his wife saying we're only 5 minutes into the movie, it's already a complete train wreck, and her agent advised her not to be involved in this show anymore.
I'm sorry, so very sorry.
Seagal then gets robbed by these guys who are also trying to sell him a car,
Wanna buy some wheels?
How much?
How much? How about everything you got?
so he beats them savagely by shooting one with their own gun and kicking the other as high as possible. Since he remembers what happened last time he defended himself, he gets the only piece of evidence that can clear him of wrongdoing and destroys it. What the f is wrong with you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He then steals their car in self-defense and drives it somewhere he can blow it up to get rid of the evidence. He literally stole the car just so he could destroy the evidence of him stealing it in the first place. The law of cause and effect doesn't exist in Steven Seagal movies. While he's out there proving reality's an illusion, these two guys, who also stole their car, stop in order to...
I'll take a squirt.
That's right, he calls it taking a squirt.
I'll take a squirt.
I really hope he f***ing dies. We then get a third set of criminals in the exact same parking lot who are stopped by a cop who must have realized that instead of going after criminals, they can just wait in this parking lot and all the criminals will come to them.
Driver's license and registration.
They turn out to be Chinese Mafia and execute the cop after he finds a bag of money in their trunk. While they might seem like villains for executing the cop who's begging for his life,
Please.
they do kill this asshole,
I'll take a squirt.
so they're by far my favorite characters. Seagal then shows up and blows everyone away with the most amazing fight choreography you will ever see. I know you won't believe me, but I swear, this isn't a body double, this is actually Seagal. You've still got it, buddy. Anyways, he then steals their bag of money and kidnaps this lady, again in self-defense. Eventually, she wakes up and Seagal makes sure she understands that he's Seagal, and he says some really stupid shit.
What you mean, we, white boy?
Okay, that's great. The next morning, we find out the entire local police department are corrupt and are being run by the Chinese Mafia.
Now you're a hero.
Then why the fuck did any of this happen? Anyway, her uncle is an accountant for the Chinese government.
If he was an accountant, that means he knows where all the bodies are.
There's literally no reason for an accountant to know where bodies are, and even if he did, I guarantee you they're in China somewhere where the government has total control anyways. So what the fuck are they worried about? It's my fault for expecting any of this to make any goddamn sense.
What are you, deaf?
I want you to shut the f up.
We now learn one of the villains is
They called him the Colonel.
Chinese military. What makes you say that?
she didn't say that. You did.
Chinese military. What makes you say that?
I think Seagal f***ed up and read one of her lines,
Chinese military.
but nobody noticed.
Shut the f up.
Now we meet the colonel and the leader of the Chinese Mafia. When this guy bursts in and gives the most detailed and spot-on description of Seagal that you will ever hear.
This big guy. Maybe Indian.
Sounds like Seagal to me. So, after finding out it was a large Indian, the corrupt cops do the obvious thing and confront the Russian Mafia. This little town in Washington has a Chinese Mafia, a Russian Mafia, and the Chinese Army. What the fuck? Anyways, the Russian Mafia really hate the police.
Where I come from, we f cops in the mouth when we run out of farm animals.
That story makes you guys look so much worse. Back to Seagal, the bag of money has a tracking device, which leads to this incredible fight scene where Seagal throws the greatest kick in movie history. He's lightning fast, so I'll play it again in super slow motion. I promise that no CGI was used and the brave stuntman did survive. Truly breathtaking. Seagal then goes to the Russian bar to try and talk with the goat f***er. The bartender tells him to f*** off,
Never heard of him.
then just changes his mind for reasons that aren't explained,
Why don't you tell me what business you've got with Sergey?
just like how it's not explained why Seagal suddenly has a different voice.
Well, the boy owes me something. Why don't you check with the father?
While the Russians hate police, they love Indians, so they pledge their lives to Chief Seagal.
Please tell me what you need. If it's within my power, I will make it happen.
It really doesn't make any sense, but Seagal movies never do, so why start now? Fearing that this movie is still too coherent, and to be clear, it's not, the Chinese Mafia and Army decide to just fight each other for no real reason. The Army eliminates the Mafia, which makes them existing in the first place completely fucking pointless. For people new to Seagal movies, he really struggles hitting that 90-minute mark, so you get about 10 minutes of movie and 80 minutes of pointless filler.
Shut the f up.
Now we get another Seagal movie specialty, entire scenes that exist just to talk about how awesome he is.
You're the man who put others ahead of himself, not to garner others' respect, but simply because it's your very nature.
The police show up along with PETA to take out the Russians because of that whole farm animal thing.
We f cops in the mouth when we run out of farm animals.
But they only bring 3 people for some reason, so they're defeated immediately in humiliating fashion. So they all go to rescue her uncle, and she gets shot in the chest. But luckily, Seagal's a trauma surgeon and knows what to do when someone's been shot through the heart.
Sergey, give me a shirt.
Pay attention, this could save your life someday. You just roll up a shirt and wrap it around their chest.
You're gonna be all right.
Am I gonna die?
No, you dumb bitch. Can't you see there's a shirt wrapped around you? Fucking idiot. Now it's a showdown between Seagal and the Colonel, where Seagal decides he's now a superhero, and after dodging bullets and this hilarious kick, then shows off his elite martial arts skills by slamming his head on the table like it's a cartoon, then slapping him repeatedly in the corner. Seagal thinks he's saved the day, but the Colonel has one last trick up his sleeve. There was a rifle on the desk the whole time. That is so fucking stupid, but not as stupid as this. Then, sometime in the future, she and Seagal are together,
Everybody's waiting for us downstairs.
and in a shocking twist, it was her that killed the guy at the beginning of the movie in order to set into motion a master plan to get Seagal to fall in love with her.
Thank you, Shane, for everything.
You know that's not true because it would actually be interesting,
Holy f***.
which means it has no place in a Steven Seagal movie.
Man, I don't know.